The intercontinental ballistic missile.
The book of Sirach, chapter 21 and verse 1. My son,
but those things which God before had shewed by the mouth of all his
Why do we live in these conditions? Because these are not good conditions.
That's idolatry, because we are a rebellious people right now.
So you ever ask, like, why do we get persecuted? How can we get defied? But our people are so destroyed, they actually think that this is normal. This is not normal. You know, it's not normal to be out here with trash all over the place. You got bullet holes at the bus stop. You got people passed out, either drunk or on drugs. This is not normal. This is a bad condition. So why do we live like this? The brother's going to show you. Just give him a few minutes. Show him why we curse, so he can understand the importance of knowing who you are, and more importantly, what we can do to lift these curses, because that's what he's teaching.
What you gonna do in the kingdom?
How you doing? What's going on?
Come up out of her, my people.
And you got Berlin up the streets. These type of things. You got to come up against that.
I'm just trying to reach the masses. Babylon burns, but when it do, it turn to ashes. Flames of fire in the sky, you can't imagine. And when the king returns, he swing a sword and slay the dragon.
Right, we got to keep the commandments. You got to know the commandments.
Sis, you say you got a question about the fake news over there in Israel? About the people that's in Israel?
Yeah, why they're fighting? If God is fighting for them.
Why are they fighting?
should have God fight for them?
God is not fighting for them. They the devil that the Bible speaks of. Let's get that out of the Bible. Go to Revelation 2 and 9.
They're Jewish?
They are the devil the Bible speaks of. I'm about to read it for you right now.
Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty.
So that's talking about the real Jews. The real Jews are us. We're in tribulation and poverty. We're getting shot down in the streets. We're filling up the prisons. We are the impoverished.
But thou art rich.
Because the kingdom of heaven is for us and only us.
That's right. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
They the damn devil the Bible speaks of. That's what the Bible says. So let's find out who's in the land. Go to Ezekiel. Let's get that 36 and 5, I believe I want. It's going to tell you who's in the land, because those are not Israelites or Jews in the land right now. This is a prophecy that happened in 1948 under the League of Nations. Let's get that.
Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession.
So the land has been appointed by the Idumeans. Those are the people in the land. Those are Idumeans in that land right now, in the land of Israel. Are you familiar with the Idumean sister? Sis, are you familiar with the Idumeans? Read that again for the sister. Let's find out who's in the land of Israel right now according to the Bible.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord God. Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession.
See that? So the Idumeans got the land of Jerusalem right now. Those are not Israelites in that land right now. You understand that, sister? They are imitators. They taking your heritage. They giving you Christmas. That's what they're trying to give you over here now. Christmas, Easter, all of that stuff is garbage and of the devil. You understand that? We're not supposed to keep that stuff. Going to church on Sunday, that's the wrong worship day. That's what's being promoted right there. Those are Idumeans in that land right there. Let's find out what's going to happen to those people in the land. Go to Isaiah 34 and 5. Because when Christ come back, guess what? They're going to get their eviction letter. We're going to read about it right now.
Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
You see that? It's going to, his sword, read from the top. Read Isaiah, read up further from that. Let's get the context. Let's just go to 1 down. Let's read on down because it's good.
Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations.
So this is going into the end times. The indignation of the Lord is on all nations. Because guess what? All these nations have been against the Israelites, trying to keep us at the bottom. So let's keep reading.
And his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses.
Guess what? Because there's going to be so many dead that ain't going to be enough people to bury them. Keep reading.
And the mountains shall be melted with their blood, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved.
So now this is going into the end times. You can read about this same account in the book of Revelation 6. So it's talking about all the heavens, everything is going to be destroyed. This is nuclear destruction. Let's keep reading.
And the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
That's your mushroom cloud right there. When those nukes hit, they create a mushroom cloud. It looks like the heavens roll together like a scroll. Keep reading.
And all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse judgment.
See that? So those fake Jews over there, which are really Idumeans that we read about in Ezekiel 35, they're going to get their eviction notice when Christ comes back. Because they know their land don't belong. Everybody know their land don't belong to them. That's why they keep fighting over there for their land. What you got right there? Let's see what we got. Let's read that right here. Let's read about the Arthur. Get that.
This is the 13th tribe by Arthur Koestler.
Now they put this man to death for putting his truth out. Let's get that right here. Let's read all the highlighted area.
Of a migration of Khazar tribes and communities into those regions of Eastern Europe, mainly Russia and Poland, where at the dawn of the modern age, the greatest concentrations of Jews were found.
So most of your Jews are what? Eastern Europeans. So all of those Jewish people over there, those imposters, are Eastern Europeans. They are not the original people of the land. Keep reading. This is what the author found out before they put him to death. That's why they named the tribe, the title of the book, the 13th tribe, because he said in order for the white man to be a Jew, it would have to be another tribe. Right. Keep reading.
This has led several historians to conjecture that a substantial part, and perhaps the majority of Eastern Jews, and hence of royal Jewry, might be of Khazar and not of Semitic origin.
They are Semites because they descend from Esau, but they not the original people of the land. That's what he found out. Keep reading.
Thus, in the 1973 edition of the Encyclopedia Judaica, the article Khazars is signed by Dunlop, but there is a separate section dealing with the Khazar Jews after the fall of the kingdom, signed by the editors, and written with the obvious intent to avoid upsetting believers in the dogma of the chosen race.
Because they don't want to upset a lot of them fake Jews believe they the people of the book. So they don't want to upset them, so they can't let the truth out. That's what they're saying. They don't want to put that out there because they don't want to get them upset, thinking that they God's chosen people when they really Satan's chosen people.
The Turkish-speaking Karaites, a fundamentalist Jewish sect of the Crimea, Poland, and elsewhere have affirmed a connection with the Khazars. This was written before the full extent of the Holocaust was known, but that does not alter the fact that the large majority of surviving Jews in the world is of Eastern European and thus perhaps mainly of Khazar origin.
You see that? So even their own scholars know they not the people of the book. They are imposters.
We screamed black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone, 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.